4 off the mountain. 32-team league.
Yeah.
This week, let me show you who's off the mountain. You're going to count more than 4. Well, of course, McCorkle Jones takes his normal spot off the mountain.
Fair.
I don't know what to do with Anthony Richardson.
I do.
They did score 38 points.
Jonathan
He also
Taylor
completed 7 passes. He's got to stay off the mountain. And then those 5 teams, it really seems not to matter who's playing. You know what? It's a DTR, fine. Mason Rudolph, fine. Whoever the hell the Giants tossed out there, Drew Lock throwing pick sixes. The Raiders and AOs, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. So that means we have 4 potential either vacancies or new guys to the mountain.
Ooh.
So let's go to the 7th row. Lot here. Russ,
love it.
Doing too much, my friend. Purdy, doing the exact same thing as last week, throwing a back-breaking interception with the win on the line. Rodgers, he scored, the numbers were good except for, of course, points, which was 9. Shedeur and Cam Ward, welcome to the mountain. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Here's what I do know. All of those teams off the mountain, if it's like their quarterbacks, like, hey, you can have either one of these 2 kids coming out of college, they race to the podium. So they're on there. Kyler, again, no good.
Great.
And then I put Joe Flacco on there, and here's why. I think they're going to go back to him. I think they win this week, potentially have the playoffs on the line in week 18, and they're like, we just can't do it with Anthony Richardson anymore. Not this year. So
Super
I think
Bowl champion.
I think Joe Flacco with the Colts and them still alive.
You would go to Flacco?
With,
Yeah.
I think it's going to happen. Row 6.
What?
Listen, I'm sorry, CJ. It's sophomore slump. It's official. Sophomore slump. Bryce Young. Another good performance. He trucked a guy, which I read the NFL bylaws. That guy's got to retire. Cooper Rush. Where's Greg Jennings when you need him? Bo Nix, Mountains Fair. Not a big Bo Nix believer, but even in a loss, he can move up. Drake May, Mountains Fair. 1 awesome half, 1 truly horrifying half. Stays where he is. Michael Penix. The numbers do not do justice to Michael Penix's game. You see 0 touchdowns, 1 pick. He threw a perfect pass to Kyle Pitts, who Pitts then just handed to the defensive back. So it should have been a touchdown. It'd be an interception. I thought he played well. 5th row. Sorry, Bake Show. You didn't even play that poorly, but you had to win that game.
God.
Made the 1 critical mistake. Bake Show's my guy, Mountains Fair. Do you know what stays where it is? Caleb Williams. What a gritty performance against the right now, once again, Super Bowl favorite Lions. The Chiefs got to be Super Bowl favorites for a day. All of a sudden, Lions back up there. Wilds believes in them. Wilds thinks that team's got the best vibes in the league. Caleb says, how about 380 yards for your vibes? Few touchdowns. Once again, no picks. Jalen Hurts, we saw what happened to Saquon once Hurts went out. Like the whole team could focus on the run, Saquon's second half. So I get Jalen and Tua. Getting the Mountains Fair, Tua. Now, do the Niners count as a good opponent? I don't know, but I know that they've got Brew's favorite quarterback, and Tua outdueled him. 4th row, what a row. So here's the thing. Aside from Stafford, every single guy on this row, particularly Herbert and Jaden, had performances this week that deserve to move up even further. But the top 6 is just too crowded right now. But I got nothing bad to say about any of these guys. Stafford's team has won 8 of 10. He is out. What, Brew? You're always wincing.
I'll wait.
You're always upset about Matt Stafford. I'm sorry. I like Super Bowl champion quarterbacks. Justin Herbert with the best win of his career potentially this past Thursday. Jaden locked up Rookie of the Year. Jordan Love didn't have gaudy numbers, but they won 34-0. What more do you want from him? 3rd row. Listen, I'm sorry, Josh Allen. You got to slide a bit. This is, not a good game against the Patriots. I know CBS Sports tried to convince us that interception in the end zone was actually a savvy play by you, but it was just an interception in the end zone. I feel terribly that Goff couldn't move up. But I don't know where I would move him. I moved up Darnold. Listen, do I think Darnold's better than Jaden Daniels, Jordan Love, Justin Herbert? Probably not. Certainly not Matt Stafford. But his team's 13-2. He threw a game-winning touchdown pass. He's been playing awesome, so he moves up. Again, no biases with the Mountains Fair.
Yeah.
2nd row, Lamar, The monkey that Bruce said did not exist, Lamar removed from his back, at least temporarily, with the win over the Steelers. And Joe Cool has the Bengals alive. Another excellent performance. Another 3-touchdown, 250-yard game. And then Patrick Mahomes heroically climbing the mountain on one leg, getting the team.
Okay. Oh, my God. Rush should not be at the bottom. I mean, that's so insane. He's been playing great all season, and to act like he's now at the bottom of the barrel, that he's below Cooper Rush, Penix, Geno, that's just insanity. It's point blank. It's insanity. Yeah, I know he had a couple mistakes against the Ravens, without a doubt. He's been playing without his offensive weapons. He's done an awesome job throughout this entire season, but Nick desperately wants Russ to be at the bottom. He wants Russ to fail. We know that he talked about it. He's admitted it. And so it's just like, no, the insanity of that is just really absurd. I'm also not dropping CJ. Again, CJ this season has been, I'm not putting it all on him. Does he deserve some blame? Absolutely. But again, you're going to put CJ Stroud on the same level of Rush and May and Penix. Like, that's just insanity. And Bryce, like, that's insanity. That's true insanity. And you're putting Caleb above those guys. You're putting Caleb above Bo Nix because of what he did against the Detroit Lions. Like, that makes no sense. A gritty performance by him? No, it wasn't. It was a very basic elementary performance. Like, what? With zero stakes. Zero stakes. Bo Nix is playing against the Chargers in a game that truly matters. A game that really, really, really matters. So no way. And then you're putting Caleb on the level of Hurts and Geno on the level of Hurts. Hurts, since he went down, yeah, he proved how vitally important he is to that offense. That offense completely changed. And the way how the defense goes against Jalen Hurts completely changes. Against the Eagles in general, excuse me. So we saw that trickle-down effect. The Eagles became one note. It was hike, throw, hike, hand the ball off. I felt like I was watching football in the 90s. So Hurts should have been moved up, if anything, after that game. And Jaden Daniels' ball now should be moving up as well. Absolutely. That game was wild. That game was awesome for Jaden. Yeah, he had a couple turnovers. He's a rookie. He just had one bad throw, and then the other one was a bad decision. Happens. The guy hung 5 touchdowns, and again, situationally, stepped up massively. Massively. They do not win that game with another quarterback. They do not win that game. I do not believe so. And again, I am all for moving Sam Darnold up, but he is not on the level of Josh Allen. And Josh Allen doesn't deserve to move down because of a average to okay game. So that interception was, I'm not saying it was intentional, but he was throwing it in the way of like, yeah, it doesn't matter in this situation. We're in no man's land, and it did actually benefit them. Not saying that he was hoping that it was going to be intercepted on the 1-yard line, and then taking it to the 1. But it was with that understanding of, yeah, I can just let it rip, see what happens. That was clearly what the intention was. Clearly. We know if Mahomes did it, then it would be like, he's so smart. He's so smart. He knew that so-and-so, if he caught it in the end zone, was going to try to take it out. And he knew. This is what Andy Reid does. He practices this type of stuff. He knows to bait the defender, to that if he does catch an interception, to come out of the end zone and then close up real quickly. That's what they do in practice. Andy Reid's a genius. Patrick Mahomes is amazing. But like, no. It's the Bills and Josh Allen. It's just, gotta move down, Nah. No, sir. I'm not playing with the Shador and Ward. No, we're not playing this game. I'm not doing it. I'm not. I don't even have anything to say because it doesn't matter. It's just silly. But again, trying to force it again. I've made so many videos defending Caleb Williams. I got just so many. That's what this whole season has been, is me defending Caleb Williams. But to put Caleb right now in front of Bo Nix, in front of Russ, on the same level as Tua, Geno, Baker even, Tua, did I say Tua? Geno, Caleb, Baker, Geno, Hurts, and Tua. No. I mean, it's just insulting. It really is. It really is. It's just not right. And again, I defend Caleb because that team is a mess right now. The team is an absolute mess. And I was impressed with how Caleb played, but not in a way where he's now elevated. I did enjoy his confidence and his poise. I did. That was about it. I think it was great to be able to see him kind of still, maintain this throughout an awful season. But, like, come on. What are we talking about? Not to mention, Nick thinks that the Detroit Lions defense is awful now because of injuries. He thinks it's absolute trash. He's been sounding the alarm now for weeks, saying that Dan Campbell doesn't trust the defense, that this is such a disaster, that this is code red. So it's like, okay. If that's what you truly believe, well, then that performance should especially not be that good then. So I don't know. I do not know. Yeah. It's just trying to take a look. As always, I don't think that Mahomes should be at the top either. I mean, I think Burrow's balling. I mean, at this point, I see it as a three-way tie between Allen, Lamar, and Burrow at the top. I really do. Then Mahomes. I think Mahomes has been playing a notch below Allen, Lamar, and Burrow. Just a notch. Just a notch. Like, again, Nick has Mahomes multiple notches above a Josh Allen. So that's what it's always funny when people will say, like, oh, I'm being biased. I'm a hater of Patrick Mahomes. And yet, I'm saying Mahomes is just a notch below this season on Allen, Lamar, and Burrow. But yet, you have other people who are saying that Allen's multiple levels below, and yet, like, I'm the one that's seen as biased. Like, you understand? Like, it doesn't really add up. It doesn't actually make sense. There's haters out there. It ain't me. But obviously, Joe Burrow, really impressive, as well as Lamar. And again, it's like Lamar, you kept saying, I mean, Nick himself said that Lamar, he says it's highly unlikely that Lamar will play great in a big game. And he was saying that against the Steelers, essentially. And yet, that's what Lamar did. And it's like, oh, what's up? Did you say my name? Yeah, I'm talking to you. What do you think about it? What? I can't. I'm sorry. Must have a bad connection. It's like, okay. Whatever you say. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about Nick's Allen's Alpine? Let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment. So whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We're building an amazing community here, and I absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to. Something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're on our way to doing it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help with the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much, and see you next time.